Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this is finishing up here.
Yeah, the Lozier Center had this kind of gritty-ish feel to it, but so did we. Not only the women's basketball program, but all the sports programs before us. I think it's very important that we recognize the history of the building.
So if I was describing the Gordon Lozier Center, tough, resilient.
Lozier's taught me that there's been a lot of history here. There's been a lot of winning spirits and winning champions. We're a family here.
Some of those older baseball teams, the volleyball teams, the men's basketball team, we wouldn't have been able to start our program, and really appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears that was put into Lozier.
You have a job and a responsibility to put their number on that wall to win and add a banner. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And it reminds you just all the history, the 40, 50 years that we've had here at Bellevue and all the winning that we've done there.
The reason I chose to come to this school and be a part of the program was players on the team, the coaches, the environment.
I think just because I walked through that gym on my recruit visit, practicing in there, so many memories, taking out the roof, taking out the lights. When you walk into the gym, it's just you feel a lot of love in that gym.
If the gym was a person, I'd probably give it a big hug.
And I had to say goodbye, I would just give them a giant dap-up hug.
The time and all the memories I've had there have been so many good memories.
Having those moments like every other athlete does in the Golden Lozier Center, but it's playing games and practice. It's something we're gonna hold for the rest of our lifetime.
Association Player of the Year, fittingly wins it with the final kill. The Bruins win the match, 25-23 in set number 3 to sweep the Dakota State.
Thank you very much on behalf of Bellevue University Esports. On behalf of men's basketball, we just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you on behalf of Bellevue University Softball.
On behalf of the men's soccer team, we want to say thank you to everyone that contributed to making this facility a reality.
Thank you.
College, they entered today's game with an overall record of 1-25. They are 1-19 in Frontier Conference play. Starting guard, a 6'3" junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 5, Alex Proctor. At guard, a 6-foot junior from Lockhart, Texas, number 13, Ja Goley. At another guard, a 6'3" junior from Belcourt, North Dakota, number 14, Tristan Davis. At forward, a 6'6" junior from Belcourt, North Dakota, number 15, Houston Davis. And at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Fargo, North Dakota, number 33, Carter Zeller. The Mystics are coached by head coach Kevin Rice in his fourth season, assisted by Andrew Duncan. And now the starting lineup for your Bellevue University Bruins. They enter today's game with an overall record of 20-6. They are 15-5 in Frontier Conference play. Starting at guard, a 5'11" senior from Hayward, California, number 2, J.J. Montgomery. And another guard, a 6'3" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Ahmad Bynum. At guard, a 6'5" senior from Oakland, California, number 12, Jaden Phillips. At forward, a 6'6" junior from Phoenix, Arizona, number 15, Liam Thompson. And the man in the middle, 6'8" senior from El Dorado Hills, California, number 55, R.J. Smith. The Bruins are coached by head coach Lucas Gabriel in his 7th season, assisted by Connor Dukes, Gerald Norman, and Vinny Belcaster. It's time to play ball.
All right, here we go. Basketball action. The home team Bruins and the visiting Mystics of Bismarck State University. The Bruins in the white uniforms with purple and gold trim. The visiting Mystics in green with gold and white trim. Mystics with the opening possession. Bringing the ball to the floor is Ja Goley. Quick pass. Bruins with the opening steal of the game. Nice action down the floor, and it's a three-point basket. J.J. Montgomery, number 3 in the conference in three-point percentage, puts the Bruins on the board first after the steal from Jaden Phillips. And Jaden Phillips ties it up. Strong defense by the Bruins senior out of Oakland, California. Possession arrow points to the Bruins.
Bruins way.
Entry pass to R.J. Smith in the low block to the right side. He's given a one-on-one opportunity to work against Carter Zeller. Baby hook a little bit short, but kept alive by R.J. Kick out. Here's Jaden Phillips from the corner. Three-point attempt is no good. The rebound goes to Houston Davis. Quickly ahead to teammate Alex Proctor. Proctor, little shovel shot, no good. Misses everything, out of bounds.
It's Bruins
and the Bruins
ball.
will have the possession. 3-0 our score, courtesy of that tray from the corner by J.J. Montgomery, the senior out of Hayward, California. Senior weekend here at Bellevue University. Final game tonight and tomorrow. Dickinson State will be here for Senior Day festivities. 8 Bruins seniors on the squad this year. Ahmad Bynum, one of those seniors. His first shot night is off the mark. Kept alive by Liam Thompson, a fresh 20 for the Bruins. Here's Jaden Phillips. He'll launch for a three-point attempt, and that one is good as well. A pair of trays by the Bruins. Two of the California seniors connecting early. (83-73) was the score of the Mystics' win against the Bruins in Bismarck in January. Entry pass inside into the hands of Houston Davis. His shot no good. J.J. Montgomery coming away with the board. Hustling down the floor. 2-on-2 break. Liam Thompson on the receiving end. Kick out pass. Good ball movement. Here's Montgomery. He'll launch another three, and it's good. Couple of trays for J.J. to get things started tonight. Bruins seeking that measure of revenge, an ugly loss to these Mystics, their only win of the season. They're very happy about that. The Bruins, not so happy. Stolen away by Ahmad Bynum. Bynum on the receiving end of the pass. He loses the basketball, gets it a friendly break off the rim to the corner. Another tray for JJ. 9 points already.
Montgomery doubling it up.
Three trays for the senior from Hayward, California. Mystics still looking for their first points of the night. The whistle blows across the way. That's going to go against Jaden Phillips for the bump. First personal, first team foul of the night.
And for the Mystics will be Kamaya.
A trio of
Black
Mystics
Jr.,
into the game, including William Ware,
William
Kamaya
Ware,
Black Jr.,
and number 32,
and
Atticus
Wilkinson. Here's Ja Gully. Thanks to Ja, we talked to him before the game to get pronunciations. He was getting some ankles taped in the training room. Very gracious to help us out with that. Thanks to Ja. With the basketball, Kamaya Black Jr. short on that one. Ahmad Bynum with the rebound. Kick out pass. JJ. Make it 4. JJ Montgomery on fire.
JJ Montgomery.
4 3-pointers. Here's a 3-pointer for the Mystics. That one's off the mark on the attempt by Tristan Davis. Quickly ahead, the Bruins on the move. Jaden Phillips, and he'll make the basket and a foul as well. A chance for another 3-point play, this time the old-fashioned way.
Count the basket. Foul goes against number 13 for the Mystics. Goalie, his first, and team first. Timeout on the court. Timeout. Checking in for the Mystics on the timeout will be number 24, David Chilling. And entering onto the court for the first time tonight, number 4, Elijah Sherwood. Number 5, Jermaine Halliburton. And number 25, Matt Muttock.
That game plan is passed it to JJ and let him shoot. That last foul on Jay Gully, first personal, first team foul against the Mystics. And head coach Kevin Rice, in his 4th year at the helm, calls that timeout as the Bruins have sprinted off to a 17-0 start. Kevin Rice, the head coach of the Mystics. Andrew Duncan is his assistant coach. For the Bellevue Bruins, Lucas Gabriel, now in his 7th season at the helm. Assistant coaches include 2 former players, Connor Dukes and Vinny Belcaster, and assistant coach Jarrell Norman. Jaden Phillips at the free throw line trying to convert the 3-point play for the Bruins.
No go.
A little short on that free throw attempt. David Schilling with the rebound for the Mystics. Knocked away. It'll stay Mystics basketball.
Elijah Sherwood, number 4, now checking in for the Bruins.
Elijah Sherwood checks in for the Bruins. Mystics working around the perimeter. Schilling with the basketball. Feeds into the corner to Black. Kamea Black Jr. tries to work his way in the lane. Puts up a little bunny. No good. Brought down on the rebound by Matt Mathok. Checked into the game during that last stoppage of play. Here's Sherwood into the lane. Nothing available there. Also into the game, Jermaine Halliburton with the basketball there. Leaves it for J.J. Montgomery. His first miss of the evening. Shows he's human. Now only 4 out of 5
Mystics
from behind the arc. Mystics break the backcourt pressure. Up ahead to Ja Gully. Gully will get it back to the top of the key. A long 3-point attempt from there. That one's off the mark on the shot by Black Jr. And the Bruins clear it away. Matt Mathok with his second board. JJ thought about it. Instead goes into Mack working one-on-one. A little bit short. Gets his offensive rebound, and the Bruins will set it back up. Here's Jermaine Halliburton. Shot clock halfway through. A little runner in the lane by Montgomery. That's off the mark. Tries to keep it alive. Instead, it'll be Mystics basketball out of bounds.
Timeout of the court.
Our
Timeout.
first media timeout of the evening at the 14:50 mark. 17 for the Bruins, a goose egg for the Mystics in this great start for the home team. Bellevue shooting 50% from the floor. Obviously, the Mystics, 0. You think maybe when they met in North Dakota that the Bruins took the Mystics a little bit too lightly, and the Mystics just put it all together in that particular game. And the Bruins at that point were in the top 25 in the NAIA, and everything that could go right for the Mystics in that one did for the Bruins. Everything is going right here today. Hey, we invite you to be part of our broadcast. Bellevue fans, you know this all season long. Mystics fans, we invite you to send along your greetings as well. Send me a text message. My number is 402-515-7654. That one knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Mystics basketball. Again, that number 402-515-7654. Mick Krupski here, Jake Janicek, my broadcast partner. A little stoppage to remove some debris from the floor. Here's Ahmad Bynum looking for his first points of the night. Off the mark on that one and out of bounds.
Mystics ball. Number 12 and number 15, Phillips and Thompson. Back to the game for the Bruins.
Jaden Phillips and Liam Thompson back on the floor for the Bruins. 2 of the starting 5 back in. Over 6.5 minutes into this one, the Mystics still looking for their first points. Jermaine Halliburton will pick up his first personal foul, second team foul against the Bruins. It'll stay Mystics basketball as Jermaine Phillips.
And it's going to be
able to knock that
ball.
one back out of bounds.
Nope, stays with Mystics.
Again, the attempt on the entry play into the hands of William Ware, all the way across the top. Drive into the lane, nice pass inside, but they can't convert. Atticus Wilkinson lost the handle of that basketball. Another turnover against the Mystics. Bruins basketball, 4th turnover of the night against the visitors from Bismarck, North Dakota. Halliburton into the lane, finds some separation, kick out to an open look for Jaden Phillips. Jaden Phillips with his second tray of the night. Bruins continue to pour it on here in the opening. An acrobatic move by William Ware puts the first points on the board for the visitors. Tipped away on defense by Atticus Wilkinson. Here's Halliburton launching for 3. That one rims away. Rebound by Kamea Black. Pull-up jump shot. The basket once again. Ja Gully, back-to-back buckets for the junior out of Lockhart, Texas.
Gully.
Matt Mathok on the drive to the hoop. A nice feed for Liam Thompson. Matt with a great assist. Liam with his first bucket of the night. Bruins continue to extend their lead. 22-4. Drive to the basket. That one's off the mark. Loose ball underneath. It'll stay Mystics basketball. Kamea Black had the look inside.
Back into the game for
Couldn't
the
get it to
Bruins,
go
number
down.
2,
Back
J.J.
in comes
Montgomery.
J.J. Montgomery. Brutus the Bruin on hand, right behind the inbounds play. Kind of blending in with the purple wall, but those glowing yellow eyes. David Schilling with the basketball. Now the give to William Ware. Ware passes to this near side, tracked down by Black. Three-point attempt on its way. That one is good.
3, William Ware.
William Ware, the first tray of the night for the Mystics. Bismarck State, formerly a junior college. First year as a four-year institution as part of the NAIA. And Jaden Phillips showing his range at 3.
Phillips.
His third 3 of the night for Jaden. Bruins averaging 37% from distance on the season, much higher than that tonight. Drive by Schilling, pull-up jumper from the baseline, off the mark. Put back is off the mark as well in the attempt by Atticus Wilkinson, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Foul's going to be charged to the Bruins, number
as
12,
that goes
Phillips,
against Jaden Phillips, his second personal foul,
Team third,
13
and
foul
we
against
go
the
to the
Bruins.
line. Atticus Wilkinson, shooting 2.
Wilkinson, this is only his 13th free throw of the season.
Back in for the Bruins.
50% from the
Will
line.
be number
as
11,
a host of
Bynum, along with
subs
number
come in.
55, Smith. In for the Mystics, Proctor, number 5, along with number 14, Davis, 14 and 15, and number 33, Zeller.
Second free throw by Wilkinson is short. Liam Thompson pulls down the rebound, and the Bruins back to work on offense. Bruins average 48% shooting from the floor on the season, 44% for the Mystics. Jaden, again a three-point attempt. Jaden ties JJ with 4 made three-pointers tonight in the first half. Pull-up jump shot is short. Put back is also short.
Foul coming against
the Mystics. Foul called on the
Charge
play.
Number 32.
That's going to go against Atticus Wilkinson, his first personal, second team foul in that battle for the rebound.
33. Second team foul on the Mystics.
Bruins outside the perimeter, now in the hands of R.J. Smith. Phillips, maybe 5. Off the mark with that one, however. The rebound brought down by Ja Gully. Tristan Davis over to Ja Gully. Gully looking inside to a cutting Houston Davis, unavailable. Now Tristan Davis on the drive inside, off balance shot, tipped around. J.J. Montgomery grabs it ahead to Ahmad Bynum. Ahmad trying to go baseline. That's going to be a blocking foul. That'll go against Ja Gully. That'll be his second personal.
Foul charge to the Bruins. Excuse me, to the
3
Mystics.
team fouls, so still not a shooting situation,
Gully
but some early foul trouble for Gully.
And team third.
Inbounds play for the Bruins. Into
Number
the
4,
game
Elijah
for the home
Sherwood
team.
back for the Bruins.
Comes Elijah Sherwood.
Number 2,
and
Black
Kamaya
Jr.
Black
back for the
Jr.
Mystics.
for the Mystics. Sherwood left unattended. He can't get the inside shot to go, so the Bruins will reset the offense. Here's Bynum working behind the screen. Ahmad off the mark with that one into the hands of Kamea Black. Working inside. Nice penetration by Alex Proctor for his first basket of the night. Montgomery weaving his way through traffic, feeds Liam Thompson. Thompson loses the handle temporarily, gets it back and banks it home. Second bucket to Liam.
Little razzmatazz.
Three-point shot from the corner by Carter Zeller. That's no good. Liam Thompson with the defensive rebound for the Bruins. Ahead to Sherwood. Elijah this time makes the layup. His first basket of the night. Tristan Davis with the basketball. To the near side to Proctor. Trying to work off the screen from Davis. Thompson right in front of him, denying an easy path to the basket. Shot clock down to single digits. Nice baseline move by Tristan Davis to bank it home.
Tristan Davis.
Thompson has the lane, left side, backhand shot off the mark, however. Rebound to Houston Davis. Houston and Tristan Davis, brothers from Belcourt, North Dakota. There's a whistle on the drive in the lane.
Number 15.
Foul's going to go against Liam Thompson. First personal foul. Second team foul. Excuse me, fourth team foul. And again, it's immediate timeout on the floor with 8:53 to go in the first half. The Bellevue Bruins 32, the Bismarck State Mystics 12. R.J. Smith's mom is in the house tonight, coming up for this senior weekend. Saying hi to her family, listening in out in California. Glad you are with us. Go Bruins, let's dominate. From strength coach Jake Alward. Jake doing a great job with all the Bruin athletes in the new weight room of the facility here at the new Fieldhouse. Gentlemen are doing a fantastic job on the broadcast. Thanks for what you do. Hashtag Roll Sticks. So one of our Bismarck fans sent along their greetings. Thanks, we appreciate that nice compliment. Let's go jumper Jaden with the three from Auntie Lisa. Hopefully the score bug is working properly. Yes, it is. Okay, so we had a little issue with that in the women's game, so we think it's working properly now. Look at Bruins number 12 on fire from the San Antonio family. That's Jaden Phillips. Glad you guys are with us. Dennis Fountain, I believe, on the other end of that text. 2 free throws made. And the score now 32-13. Here's Ahmad Bynum. Nice bounce pass inside to Matt Mathak. Matt with the left hand off the glass. Pretty move by Matt in the lane. Matt, one of the local guys from Council Bluffs, Iowa. A little shot on the move by Alex Proctor. Whistle blows. Foul's called on the play. Foul goes against Elijah Sherwood. First personal, now fifth team foul. Not in the act of shooting, so no free throws here. That pass gets away, kept alive, nope. Tried to be retrieved by Tristan Davis, couldn't quite get there in time, so another turnover against the Mystics gives Bellevue basketball back. 7 turnovers now against Bismarck State. The Bruins have not committed any so far. Jaden from the corner. Yes. Add another for Jaden Phillips, the 6'5" senior from Oakland. He is on fire. JJ had the early fire. Now Jaden possesses it. Here's Kamea Black Jr. with the basketball, working against Sherwood. Nice feed inside. Carter Zeller on the receiving end of that assist from Black. Jaden Phillips now with 17 points for the Bruins. Here's Matt Mathak in that far corner to Phillips. Jaden, let's shoot again. Rattles but won't go down. Matt Mathak with a great offensive rebound, but then his pass is intercepted by Tristan Davis. Davis, three-point attempt. That's no good. Kept alive by Bynum to Mathak, who'll get credit for the rebound. Bruins up by 22 points, 37-15. Back-to-back turnovers against the Bruins. That pass is picked off by Proctor. He'll go the length of the floor and score the basket. So the first turnover of the night against the Bruins lead to 2 points for the Mystics. Halliburton drives, bounce pass inside. Mathak with a nice move to keep it alive. Sherwood back to Mathak. Out to Jaden. Left alone, he'll launch another three. That one a little bit too short. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Bismarck State basketball. So the Bruins off with that great hot start. Cooled down a little bit here in the last couple of minutes. J.J. Montgomery and Liam Thompson back in for the Bruins. And Bellevue, the home white uniforms with purple and gold trim. The Mystics in green with gold and white. A lot of the schools in the Frontier Conference, especially the Montana schools, feature green as one of their primary colors. Here's the steal by Halliburton. He'll convert a basket. Off the turnover. First basket of the night for Halliburton. Drive down the lane. The shot off the mark on the miss by Houston Davis, but a whistle blows from the outside official. Foul's going to go against Liam Thompson. That'll be his second personal foul. And they say in the act of shooting, so Houston Davis will get a couple of free throws here. Houston Davis, the leading scorer for the Bismarck Mystics, 17.8 points per game. He's an 86% free throw shooter, but misses that one. Makes the second of the two free throws, 39-18. Bruins got off to that great, was 17-0 or 19-0. Here's J.J. Montgomery trying to pick up where he left off from three-point range. A little bit of off the mark on that one. Alex Proctor up the floor. Carter Zeller corrals it. Now gives it off to Proctor. Deflected by Sherwood. Bruins running the floor. Numbers don't give them an advantage, so they'll set up in the half court. Kick out pass. Elijah Sherwood off the mark with that one. The rebound goes to Carter Zeller. Again, that text message number, if you want to send your greetings tonight, 402-515-7654. Let us know who you are, where you are, any words you want us to pass along by way of greetings or statistics or anything like that that you've got to improve our broadcast. Pass inside. Liam Thompson got his hands on it, and the ball deflects off of Eric Shadowin. Out of bounds, Bellevue basketball. Leon Anderson checks into the game, a freshman from Gothenburg, Sweden. He's come a long way to play basketball in Bismarck, North Dakota. I would imagine the climate there pretty similar to Sweden. Knocked away inside. Steal for the Mystics. Little runner in the lane. Won't go down for Alex Proctor. R.J. Smith collects the rebound. Here comes J.J. Montgomery in the lane. Open look. Elijah Sherwood. Bruins have suddenly gone cold from behind the arc after being red hot in the early going, but they keep the possession alive with a second chance opportunity. Here's Jermaine Halliburton. He's a little bit too short. Another opportunity for the Bruins. Jermaine Halliburton puts an end to that run as he drives the left side for the basket. 4 points tonight for Jermaine. Now he's on defense. He knocks it away, but it'll stay Mystics basketball. And we're under 5. Media timeout. 3:56 remaining in the first half. The Bruins with a 41-18 lead against Bismarck State, trying to avenge that loss earlier this year. Couple of more texts in the queue. Go Bruins. Congrats, seniors, from the Havis family listening in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Glad you guys are along once again. Longtime supporters of Bellevue basketball. Go Bruins. Go Jermaine from Sacktown, California. Grandma Vera listening in. Grandma Vera, we're glad you're with us tonight and all season long on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Always fun to hear where people are listening in. We appreciate you sending along those texts, lending us your eyes and your ears for an hour and a half or so worth of basketball fun on the Bruins Sports Network. Mick here, Jake there. One more regular season game tomorrow evening against Dickinson State before the Bruins take part in the Frontier Conference tournament beginning next Friday. That'll be hosted by Montana Tech in Butte, Montana. Shot from three-point land rattles home by Kamea Black Jr. Junior out of Dallas, Texas. Looking inside R.J. Smith. R.J.'s been quiet on offense. He's got a one-on-one opportunity here. Now he's double-teamed. Kick out pass. That one's off the mark on the attempt by Halliburton. Zeller comes away with the basketball. 3:15 and counting. Stolen away. Chance to show. Yes, sir. Flush down Jermaine Halliburton with the steal and basket. I always keep wanting to ask Jermaine if he's related to Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers. I'm not sure, but foul's going to be called against Ahmad Bynum on the play. First personal against Ahmad, 7th team foul, so it'll be a 1-and-1 situation, but shooting 2 here in the act of shooting is William Ware, the junior out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Played I think he's from Wisconsin. I know, yeah, I think he's a Midwestern, upper Midwestern guy, but Jermaine, I know, is from Sacramento or Sacktown. Formerly the Kansas City Omaha Kings way back in the day when I was in high school. There we go. There we go. Jaden Phillips from the free throw line. A little bit too strong. Zeller with the rebound. Bruins lead it by 21. That's been a 20-plus lead for the Bruins for most of the night as the Mystics got off to that extremely cold start. Davis trying to work in. Now the kick out pass. That one's good from distance by Carter Zeller. Fargo, North Dakota native. Here's Ahmad Bynum. Thought about the shot. Instead gives off to Jaden Phillips. Jaden Fields, RJ, and RJ Smith receives that one in scoring distance. Well, that'll stay Mystics basketball. Jermaine thought he had another steal, but they rule it out of bounds. Anderson will trigger it in. Here's Kamea Black Jr. Hounded by Halliburton. Almost another hand. Those quick hands of Jermaine. Shot turned into a pass. Zeller back to Ware. And we've got a wedgie. I think that's our 3rd wedgie of the season. Possession arrow points to Bismarck State, so they'll maintain possession. They'll say 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock on the possession. They don't get a full 20 on the second chance clock, I believe. The officials are talking about it now. Or maybe they do. Okay, so it is considered a second chance. There's going to be a foul inside. That'll go against Matt Mathok. That will send Houston Davis to the free throw line. You're struggling with that cough tonight, aren't you? playing injured. I'm impressed. Third point of the night for Houston Davis. Well below his almost 18 points per game average. Both free throws were made. Here's Montgomery driving into the lane, loses his footing, able to kick it out to Bynum. Ahmad over to Halliburton. Off the back of the iron. Bruins started off so great from behind the arc, but they've been pretty cold from there for most of the rest of the first half as we near the 1 minute mark remaining in the first half. Drive by Anderson. Cut off by Bynum. Long distance shot. That one's way off the mark by Houston Davis. He'll get the air ball chance from the folks in the stands. Nice crowd on hand tonight for senior weekend. Again, there'll be a ceremony tomorrow between the women's and men's game. Only one senior on the women's squad, but I believe we've got 8 men who'll be honored tomorrow for the men. Entry pass to RJ. Kick out pass, ball movement over to Halliburton. He'll shoot for 3. Still no good. RJ muscles his way for the offensive rebound. The putback for the big man, RJ Smith. Mystics will probably hold for the final shot. Jermaine Halliburton with another steal. Winds up across the way in the bleachers. He may be injured, however. He's still down. Shot, game clock continues at the buzzer. Ahmad Bynum. It took a while, but Ahmad able to knock that one down. And looking across the way, Jermaine is holding his left arm. He may have popped his shoulder the way Allison, the athletic trainer, is tending to him across the way. We don't want to try to speculate, but just kind of the way he's looking, it's that left shoulder area. Thomas Gillespie, the head athletic trainer, over to look at him as well as he crashed hard into the bleachers across the way on that last steal. Our halftime score, the Bellevue Bruins 50 and the Bismarck State Mystics 27. All right, the Bruins got off to that great start and never really let up off the gas pedal very much in that one. The Bruins shooting 48% in the half, which is right at their season average after that hot start. The Mystics shooting 38%, which is below their season average of 44. Jake, take us through some of the things that stand out to you in the first half today. One more text in the queue before we take our halftime break. Hey, Jaden, it's Nanny. I got my 4 eyes on you, dear. Fire it up out there. I'm so proud. And all kinds of emojis. We've got wings and thumbs up and hearts and kisses and all kinds of good stuff. Job Bug J. Don't know what that means, but hopefully Jaden does. That comes from Annette. Thanks, everybody, for playing along with us this evening. If you'd like to send along your greetings for the second half, again, that text message number 402-515-7654. Jake and I are going to take our halftime break. When we come back, more exciting men's basketball action. Keep it right here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. there.
I just got to a pool right now, so I couldn't look into it. I couldn't see it. I can tear my apart. Yeah. Those two. Now they actually have like a full bracket. Right now, checking out the 12s. No. Well, I think that's just whoever the host. Do they have it? Oh, so I think they already have the sites on. Yeah, I know it's like about this time of year they announce it. Yeah, it looks like they already have the sites. Yeah, it looks like they already kind of have the sites kind of ready. NAIA report, they want to get NAIA, so I always see them posted out there.
Oh, that was Alec Moji. Yeah. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We are at halftime in the men's game where the Bruins hold a commanding 50-27 lead over the visiting Bismarck State Mystics in this final weekend of the regular season in the Frontier Conference. A quick look at the Frontier Conference standings as of tonight. Rocky Mountain is on top of the conference with an 18-2 record. In second place is Carroll College at 16-4. The Bruins are number 3 at 15-5. Then Montana Tech and Montana Western tied for 4th at 13-7. Dakota State and Montana State Northern at 11-9. Then Valley City and Dickinson State at 6-14. Mayville State at 5-15. Providence also at 5-15. And Bismarck State 1-19. Only the top 8 teams qualify for the postseason tournament in the Frontier Conference. So those schools at the bottom of the Frontier Conference currently have their work cut out for them the weekend in order to qualify. The Bruins for sure have made the tournament. Bismarck State for sure has not made the tournament. So those things we know for sure. The rest of the 8 top teams will compete beginning on February 27th through March 2nd, hosted by Montana Tech in Butte, Montana. So that's coming up in about a week's time.
Yep, getting closer and closer to postseason play. I was kind of looking at the NAIA standings and all that, and they have a bracketology that they post out now almost every week, and kind of looking at where the Bellevue Bruins are kind of sitting at right now. They're projected as a 12 seed going up against Lewis and Clark State up in Idaho. Their location that they would be at if the season ended today looks like it'd be Orange City, and the 2 teams they're projecting is they are projecting Rocky Mountain, but they don't have Carroll as a projected auto bid. They're thinking Montana Tech will get that second auto bid, but like you said, they're hosting the tournament up there, so kind of gives the Ore Diggers a bit of an advantage out there in the Frontier Conference tournament. But any win for the Bruins right now just to kind of help their seeding and just make themselves be comfortable getting into the field and being able to avenge a loss like this against Bismarck State. And so far the Bruins have done a pretty good job being up 50-27, but any wins right now down the stretch are just going to be more beneficial to just secure yourself in the field.
During the course of the halftime break, we had a net change on this west basket, so the Bruins coming back out had to get some extra shots into that new net to help loosen it up. Annette Williams sent along more emojis. I got a whole page full there, Annette. Thanks for sending those along. Let's go, RJ, rooting for you and your team to win. It's fun to watch you play. Love from your cousin Michael and family in Louisiana. Thanks again for a follow-up email from RJ's mom, Sky. Glad you're here this weekend. We hope to say hey and visit a little bit tomorrow on Senior Day for RJ and his teammates. Possession arrow points to the Bruins. As we open the second half, again, the Bruins in the white uniforms with purple and gold trim. The visiting Mystics in green with gold and white. All right, here we go. Bruins up by a bunch.
Yeah, J.J. Montgomery and Jaden Phillips looking to kind of keep their early hot shooting. Me and you said hi to J.J.'s dad during the halftime break, so nice to meet him, and hopefully J.J. can keep his hot shooting on here in the second half.
Jermaine Halliburton still in the locker room coming out of the halftime break, so we don't expect to see him in the second half after being injured on the final play of the half. Jaden Phillips picking right up where he left off. Another tray for Jaden.
Now up to 20 points. And just surprising, Ahmad Bynum with 3 points, R.J. Smith with 4. With those players not scoring as much, the other guys have been able to help out here.
Entry pass in the basket by Alex Proctor for the first bucket of the second half. It only took less than a minute to score in the second half. It took them for a very long time in that first half. Bruins off to a 19-0 start. R.J. Smith gets the rebound and then hits the deck. The foul's going to go against Houston Davis, bridging against R.J. on that one. Looks like he's okay. Phillips, baseline jumper, off the side of the rim. RJ in position for another offensive rebound, his second of this possession. Bruins will reset the offense. Ahmad Bynum tries to drive right side. Nothing available there. Good defense by Proctor. Bynum again denied. Kick out pass. J.J. Montgomery starting off the second half like he did the first with a tray.
Jaden and J.J. starting up the threes in the second half. You're right, just like they did in the first half. not slowing down at all.
Montgomery now with 5 trays on the night. Mystics trying to stay in this one, but it's an uphill climb after that horrible start. Spin move inside by Tristan Davis. That's no good. The shot winds up out of bounds. Tristan, a junior guard at 6'3". Houston Davis, the junior forward at 6'6". The brothers part of this Mystics lineup. Here's Montgomery giving off to Phillips. Jaden comes to a jump stop. Here's Liam Thompson to give to Bynum. Trying to work around Davis. Pulls up the shot. It's good from the elbow. Ahmad Bynum. Another bucket. His 5 points so far tonight.
Hopefully they can get Ahmad Bynum going in the scoring column a bit. Now up to 5 points with that mid-range.
Proctor. He's been kind of the impetus for the Mystics in much of that first half. Pull-up shot by Carter Zeller is good. A 3-pointer, in fact, for the sophomore out of Fargo.
It's already a much better offensive start for the Mystics with 5 points here in 2.5 minutes into the second half.
Thompson across the way, Montgomery, bang again. Back-to-back trays, this time off the assist from Liam Thompson. Montgomery now with 6 trays.
J.J. Montgomery is feeling it tonight.
6 trays for both Jaden and J.J. Bruins on the season averaging 13 made trays per game. Tonight they're already 13. R.J. Smith with another rebound. Bynum bounce pass to Montgomery. Thompson bounce pass to Smith. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. 13 made trays tonight for the Bruins, 4 for the Mystics. Into the game for the Bruins, first time tonight for Connor Moore, the freshman guard out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, at the other end of the state.
Dang, almost had JJ out in the corner there, just missed him.
Ahmad Bynum, a little short on that one. The rebound brought down by Houston Davis. Stolen away by Ahmad Bynum. Got in the passing lane. Ahmad trying to drive between a couple of players. His shot no good. Zeller with the rebound. Ahmad maybe forced that one a little bit into traffic. Here's Davis from distance. That one rattles home. Houston Davis with the triple. (61-35) our score. Bruins finish the regular season tomorrow at home against Dickinson State. Bismarck State will head up to Madison, South Dakota to finish the season against Dakota State. Here's a drive by RJ. Crash, a couple of big guys go to the floor. Davis and Smith. Foul's going to go against Houston Smith. That'll be his second personal foul, second team foul. RJ to the free throw line. The crowd kind of held their breath as those two big guys collided and fell to the floor.
No, anytime a thing like that, it's a bit, scary falling to the floor, but luckily both of them are all good, and it's going to be a blocking foul, and RJ going to the line.
RJ, a 62% free throw shooter on the season. Back into the game comes Elijah Sherwood, the freshman guard out of Houston, Texas. Getting some playing time in his first year as a Bellevue Bruin. Second free throw off the mark. John Gully with the rebound. He'll bring it slowly across the face of Brutus the Bruin at the timeline. Proctor. Those lime greenish yellow shoes. He's easy to spot on the floor. Davis working inside. He'll get the basket and the and one. A mismatch inside as somehow Elijah Sherwood got the draw on defense on the switch. Matt Mathok will check back in, replacing R.J. Smith.
Yeah, Bismarck, they're up to 43% shooting now. That kind of seemed a bit crazy when they started off 0 for their first 6 shots, I believe. Kind of able to get more of an offensive string kind of going, but the Bruins just have had the upper hand on that.
Free throw by Davis is good. He's up to 10 points now, double digits. The only Mystic so far in that category. Here's Matt Mathok, left-handed dribble, has it knocked away from the outside. Proctor got a hand in there to slap it away. John Gully Across the way to Proctor. And a whistle blows a foul in the paint. Connor Moore will pick up his first personal foul, trying to grab his Mystic adversary down low. First personal, second team foul. Proctor waits till it goes across the timeline before he grabs it. Stop and go down the lane, loses control of the basketball, but they say a foul on the grab inside. That's going to go against Jaden Phillips. I think that's his third. Yes, it is. And Jaden may have gotten whacked in the nose as well as on that play. Might be bleeding, so he'll have to come off.
Yeah, it looks like there is some blood on his hand a bit. I think his nose is bleeding. It looks like he was trying to claim that there was a forearm or an elbow that kind of went to his face.
Oh, J.J. Montgomery will check in his stead.
Yeah, and Jaden will go with the trainer to kind of get that, but he definitely seems a bit in pain, and I feel anytime a hit to the nose is always going to throw you off a bit.
Makes your eyes water, you get blood dripping, so the old-fashioned shove some cotton up there. And first free throw is good by Alex Proctor from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Makes them both 62-40. Still a 22-point cushion for the Bruins. It was a 23-point cushion at halftime. And that'll be Mystics basketball on the turnover.
Bruins haven't had a lot of them tonight, but that's going to be their 5th turnover of the game. Bismarck so far has had 4 points off of them, trying to get another one here.
Gully. Matt Mathok draws the defensive assignment. Moore on Davis. Proctor, the shot from distance, a three-pointer for Alex Proctor. Proctor now with 11 points, a second double-digit scorer for the Mystics.
Yeah, kind of been a bright spot of this offense for the Mystics. Kind of got the scoring going in the first half and continue it here.
Connor Moore, his first shot of the night, no good, but Elijah Sherwood works his way inside for the offensive rebound. Nicely done. Bynum for three. An awkward leg kick. A one-arm rebound there by Houston Davis as he was trying to fend off Sherwood for the ball. Zeller to Davis. Back out to the top to Gully. Gully works his way around the double screen. Working on the drive inside against Mathok. Matt on a strong defensive play, but Zeller able to come up with the ball. And then he'll get grabbed by Mathok.
Got to be a little bit careful there with Mathok. Kind of got to play at the ball. Something like that could be really close to a technical foul, and it looks like they're going to look at it.
Possible flagrant foul against Matt Mathok as the officials say Matt will get charged with the personal. 4th team foul, 2nd personal against Matt. And we are at our under 15 media timeout. 13:49 remaining in the game. The Bruins on top, 62-43. 19-point lead for the home squad. Cruising against the Mystics.
Yep, and it looks like they are looking at that monitor. Kind of from, the vantage point up here. I don't know what you saw, Mick, but I kind of saw he did kind of go for the ball a bit, but kind of that grab and kind of pulling him back, I believe. Who was that he grabbed? I believe it was one...
Zeller, I believe.
It was Zeller that he ended up grabbing. Kind of anytime you kind of see it back like that, you're going to have to look at an intentional foul. And this one very well could be a flagrant and free throws in the ball for the Mystics.
The Mystics have a long way to go, but they are on a current 8-0 run, 11-1 run over the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds. The Bruins on an 0-for-4 drought. So still a long way to go. Bruins may have lost a little bit of the edge that they started the game with, having gotten out to that big lead. Officials are now conferring. Jaden Phillips back into the game with the So that I guess they are going to say a flagrant foul on that, an intentional foul. So the Mystics will get the free throws here for Zeller, and then they'll regain possession of the ball.
Yeah, I just think the unfortunate thing with Mathok there was he kind of grabbed onto him and kind of pulled him back, and I think that's where the flagrant ended up being called. But no ill will, not enough to upgrade it to a flagrant 2.
And Zeller converts both free throws, and it'll be Mystics basketball on the inbounds play. And there was no intention to try to hurt. Matt just basically covered up Zeller and prevent the shot from getting off. He muscled his way through it, but Mystics with the basketball, kicked out of bounds. It'll stay Bismarck State ball.
I mean, Mathok, he's just one of the stronger players on this Bruins team. He always plays really physical defense, and, sometimes it's just going to happen, but, Bruins still with a 17-point lead, but, Bismarck quietly kind of going on a run here.
Davis on the move inside, rims around and falls away. Elijah Sherwood has it knocked out of his hands by Davis. The second Davis shot is no good. The first one by Houston, the second by Tristan. The Bruins have it down the floor. Sherwood can't get a good angle against the glass. And the Mystics running the other way. Quick release from Proctor, that's no good. J.J. Montgomery pulls down the rebound and brings it the other way.
And the Mystics with a couple missed shots. They have a legitimate shot to kind of get back in the game there, but missing those shots are going to hurt them, and the Bruins are looking to respond.
Bruins on a scoring drought of almost 3 minutes. That shot by Phillips is off the mark, and Zeller pulls down the defensive rebound. The Bruins' offensive woes continue. Well, the Bruins trying to get it done on defense. There's a traveling violation. Tristan Davis just had that pivot foot slide.
I'm very surprised they did not call a flagrant there. Kind of grabbing the ball and slamming like that on the floor. Like, understand making a mistake, but surprised the officials didn't see that.
So Bruin basketball trying to get some offensive flow going once again. The Bruins had done a nice job in assists to made baskets in that first half of action. That's kind of the key to the game. When the Bruins do a good job of finding other teammates, they've got a great chance to win. A little miscommunication there between Sherwood and Thompson. Quickly ahead, but stolen away. Jaden Phillips with a burst of speed to get the steal and bring it up the floor. Jaden trying to go coast to coast. His shot a little short. The follow-up is a little short as well. Little volleyball match going on inside, tipping it. Mystics come away with it. Here's Gully in the lane. Pull-up jump shot is good. Ja Gully with the little runner in the lane. Now 6 points for him.
Yeah, 13-1 run now over the last 4 minutes. In that same time, a scoring drought for the Bruins, and it's getting a little dicey out here now. Only a 15-point lead for Bellevue.
Phillips on the miss inside. R.J. Smith grabs the offensive rebound, and he's fouled by one of the Mystics. Let's find out who that foul is. Foul against Tristan Davis. First personal foul, third team foul against Bismarck State. Bruins will have the inbounds play here. RJ with 5 rebounds so far tonight. Reaches up to get the inbounds pass. Bynum, pull-up jump shot from about 10 feet, no good. RJ again battling inside, can't come away with that one, however, as it's pulled down by Kamea Black Jr., and he'll go down the lane for the bank shot. And what was a 20-plus point lead has been whittled down to a 13-point lead as Bismarck State refuses to go away.
Yeah, 17-1 run over the last 5 minutes. I think a very smart timeout by Coach Gabriel right there. The Bruins just not able to get anything going on offense. They kind of went away a lot from what they were doing really well in the first half, and that was really passing the ball, being able to make shots. They have 16 assists, but they had 16 assists, I believe, at the end of the first half. They haven't had very many assists here in this half at all. So kind of have to get back to that, passing the ball, passing up good shots for great shots, and try to get it up and in. But right now, Bismarck State, out of nowhere, is making this a basketball game where when it got to the point when it was a 27-point lead for the Bruins, 29 at a point.
Yeah, 29.
29 at a point. we didn't think we would be here because, yeah, 61-32. So, yeah, that 17-1 run has completely changed the whole complexion of this game. And be interested to see what Coach Gabriel says in the timeout here for the Bruins to respond.
Bellevue only shooting 25% from the floor in this half. Meanwhile, the Mystics 54%. So they've cut 16 points off that deficit that at one time was 29. All right, Bellevue basketball, 11:38 to go in this one. Ahmad Bynum with the basketball, and Jaden Phillips slips on a wet spot on the floor, or they say he was pushed. That'll be a foul going against Tristan Davis, his second personal foul, both of them coming in the last minute or so. 4 team fouls against each squad now.
Yeah, and Coach Kevin Rice didn't seem too happy about that one. Kind of did look like a slip from here, but, you know, from that vantage point, could have easily kind of been pushed to the ground a little bit.
Bruins trying to get some offensive flow going back. That entry pass into traffic, and not a really smart pass to try to get into that much work. Here's a long three-point attempt. That's well beyond NBA distance by Gully. Montgomery with the rebound, brings it up the floor.
Yeah, it's the shots you don't want to take, especially that early in the shot clock. Work through your offense. You've been doing really well with it.
Here's Bynum. Fadeaway jump shot. Rims around a couple of times before deciding to go through the hoop.
And finally, that 5-minute scoring drought is stopped by the leading scorer of the Bellevue Bruins, Ahmad Bynum, and a big one right there to get this back to a 15-point lead. And kind of have to think about why goalie kind of took that really deep three. You get to do something like this.
Gully again on the drive to the basket, misses the layup as he switched to the right hand. Looks like he's a natural lefty. Here comes Bynum, has a seam. Ahmad Bynum floats his way through the lane. And that pretty finger roll, 9 points.
And Ahmad Bynum has been quiet in this game, but you knew he would come up in a spot where he is needed. Bismarck State kind of fought back there, and a quick 4-0 run by himself. Ahmad Bynum getting up to 9, gets this back to a 17-point lead. Big for the Bruins.
A full timeout requested by Kevin Rice, the head coach of Bismarck State. 66-49, the lead back up to 17 with 10:26 to go in this one.
Kind of looking at some of the stats here as we're about midway through this half here. The Bellevue Bruins at 43%, Bismarck at 41%. Bismarck's now at 40% from the three-point line. The Bruins still led by Jaden Phillips with 20, J.J. Montgomery with 18. That big couple points by Mod bringing up to 9. Got a few players now in double figures for the Mystics. We got Davis with 10, Proctor with 11, and Zeller with 10 points.
Got a request for an update on Jermaine Halliburton because of HIPAA privacy laws. We're not able to give those without permission, and looks like he is still in the either the locker room or the training room with the Bellevue University medical staff. So that's all the only update we can really give you at this point. So Jermaine Halliburton, in case you weren't with us, went out on the final play of the first half. It looked like he injured his shoulder or his arm diving for a loose ball, wind up crashing into the bleachers. Back to the action. Mystics with the basketball. Gully hawked by Montgomery, working around the screen. JJ with 6 3-pointers tonight. Jaden Phillips with 6 3-pointers. They've carried the load of the Bellevue offense. Gully working into the lane on an individual effort. Shot goes up. Whistle from the outside. That foul will go against JJ Montgomery. First personal foul, 5th team foul against the home team. Jock Gully will head to the free throw line. Gully, the second leading scorer for the Mystics, just under 13 points per game. He's a very good free throw shooter, 81%, and the announcers jinx just bit him. One more time, we'll give you that text message number if you still want to join us via text tonight, Bruin fan or Mystic fan, 402-515-7654 as Houston Davis checks back into the game. Also coming back in, Alex Proctor. Almost at the halfway point of the second half, 10:03 to be exact. And the second free throw is good. 16-point lead for the Bruins. There's that 10-minute mark exactly. R.J. Smith comes out to the high post. Now to Jaden Phillips working off the Smith screen. Bruins had a little give and go possibility there. Bynum from the outside, no good. Kamea Black Jr. with the rebound.
Looks to be a little slick in some spots here on the floor.
It's a cold day outside. Nice and warm in here. A nice move by Alex Proctor to bank it off the glass. The Maryland native. Bynum sprinting down the floor. Acrobatic move, but it won't go down. Gets the offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Montgomery. JJ, his 7th triple of the night.
And that was from NBA range from JJ Montgomery, but sometimes you're just feeling it, and he did right there.
Gonna have to look in the stat sheet here and see what his high number of trays is on the year. Nice work inside for the Mystics to bank another one home. Boom! Bellevue Bruins add another one. J.J. Montgomery from any place on the floor.
I wonder if he knows he has some family out in the crowd tonight. He's definitely playing like it. J.J. Montgomery up to 24 points now in this game. Have a senior weekend, Montgomery.
Drive in the lane, a tie up inside. It's going to be a foul against one of the Bruins on defense. That's going to... Ahmad Bynum picks up his 2nd personal foul. Now 6 team fouls against the Bruins. Elijah Sherwood back in. Sandor Rodriguez in for the first time tonight. And Matt Mathok as well on the floor. Sandor, the senior out of Prunedale, California. First time we've mentioned him tonight.
I'm wondering if that's his family in the crowd there. They're cheering really loud for Sandor to come on in.
One of those guys that hasn't gotten a lot of playing time during his career, but a great teammate, averaging 1.4 points per game in his limited action. Bruins tough defense. Have to go long on the pass across the half-court line to Proctor. He'll drive, he'll kick, and he'll throw it into the bleachers. Look at it over there. Turnover against the Mystics. That's their 15th of the game.
Yep.
Bellevue with 8.
19 points off of those turnovers.
Here's Rodriguez trying to turn the corner. Thought about the shot and said the pass over now into the hands of Sherwood. It's off the mark. Tracked down on the long rebound by Ja Gully. 8 minutes to go in this one. Gully, a 3-point attempt. That's no good. Davis with the rebound inside. Puts up the shot. How'd he get that one to go? Houston Davis with a little finger roll high off the glass for the basket.
Yeah, what a shot that was right there. Cutting this to a 16-point lead.
14 points for Davis. To the near side, JJ. Bang!
My goodness.
Make it 9.
JJ Montgomery.
9 trays for JJ. Started his college career at the College of San Mateo out in California. Played 2 years out there before becoming a Bellevue Bruin. Pass inside. William Ware tried to tip it to a teammate in the corner, but nobody was there. So the Bruins will get the ball back. Nine 3-pointers. Let's go Bellevue, cheering for number 55 in the Bruins on senior weekend from Henderson, Nevada. Here's Liam Thompson off the assist from Matt Mathok. Liam Thompson with the jam. That brings the Bruin fans to their feet. Gully into the lane. He'll draw the foul.
Well, the Bruins might have cooled off on offense a little bit, but they're heating up again, making 4 of their last 5 field goals. And just got to talk about J.J. Montgomery just heating it up for 3, but Jake Lena as well. One of the better players on this Bruins team getting to the rim, and he did it just on that last possession.
Members of the women's basketball team sitting across the way, very appreciative on that last dunk by Liam Thompson. First free throw by Gully is good. Second one on its way. Bruins lead back up to 20 points. 6:51 to go. 2 for 2 from the line for Gully. Gully 1 point shy of double digits. Here's Matt Mathok. Now Elijah Sherwood. Ooh. Pass wound up in J.J. Montgomery. Thompson bounce pass inside to Mathok. Mathok back to Thompson. Sandor Rodriguez, take that shot. Sandor, yes! And again, the women's basketball squad off their feet. Showing appreciation for Sandor Rodriguez on his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and that's his family out there. They were cheering really loud for him. So good to see his family out here in attendance on senior day, and Sandor Rodriguez getting a bucket. And a nice floater, too.
Houston Davis trying to work down the left side. Nice job by Mathok to deny him an easy path. Davis once again with the basketball, now behind the arc, tries to muscle his way inside. Has a shot go on the baseline and a late whistle.
Ooh. Not too sure about that one on Mathok, but nonetheless, the official called it.
I've been noticing this year, I don't know if it was a point of emphasis for the officials or not, but they oftentimes hold the calls until after the shot is on its way or in the hoop or whatever. So a chance for a three-point play. Matt Mathok picks up the foul.
Davis now up to 16 points, trying to get his 17th. He's been 5 for 7 at the line tonight, trying to get the old-fashioned three-point play.
Almost at his season average. Kind of a quiet worker inside. Doesn't do a lot of flashy stuff, but makes his presence known. A big-bodied guy in the post. Bynum, Montgomery, JJ, quick release. May have rushed that one a little bit. Checking into the game for the Bruins is Jake Lena, battling for the offensive rebound. Jake, a junior out of Omaha, started his college career at Midland University in Fremont.
Yeah, former football player.
Yeah, former football player
Jake
and
Lena.
basketball player. Back into the game comes Carter Zeller for the Mystics. Former Bellevue baseball player Logan Grant started his college career at Bismarck State.
30.
And another one. Bang down, J.J. Montgomery. 10 baskets, all of them from behind the arc. A 30-point effort for J.J. Montgomery. Here's a drive, a whistle blows on the drive by Alex Proctor. I can't find anywhere in the sheet here what...
I wonder if we're getting approaching to maybe Bellevue record
yeah, the
status.
school
with
record
threes.
for three-pointers. So oftentimes Bill Mullins will shoot me a text, but we got to be getting close. JJ's career highlight was 20 points back on December 12th against Providence.
JJ
He's
just being
blown
subbed
past
out.
that. Yager Johal into the game for the Bruins, first time tonight. Another one of those guys, one of the bench players who contributes at practice with limited playing time on the floor. A new career high for JJ with those 30 points. Shot off the mark by Rodriguez. Rebound brought down by Gully. Gully high off the glass for the bank shot. He's had a nice second half for the Mystics. Now in double digits with 11. Ahmad Bynum trying to do some dribble magic. Kick out pass to Sandor Rodriguez. Yager Johal. Over the top pass to Bynum. Three-point attempt. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Ahmad will stuff it back down. And again, the Bellevue fans on their feet showing their appreciation. Ahmad Bynum with 11 points.
Showtime from Ahmad Bynum.
Goalie off the mark there, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Mystics basketball.
Yeah, not only is it raining threes in here, the Bruins are also getting dunks as well.
Timeout on the floor, our media timeout with 4:12 to go. Bruins 84, Mystics 63. Okay, JJ's high 3-point made before tonight was 6 against Providence when he scored those 20 points. So he set a new personal record for number of 3-pointers made and number of points.
Yeah, J.J. Montgomery just caught fire tonight. 10 of 13 from 3 is just insane. Something you just don't see every single day. Being able to get 30 points in 30 minutes on the day, but he's adding on 7 rebounds and 4 assists. A couple other players for the Bellevue Bruins that have been good tonight. Jaden Phillips at 20 points. He has made 6 threes, 6 for 11. Also adding on 2 assists. Ahmad Bynum getting the double digits there with 11 points with that big dunk.
Bruins are hot tonight. Good job. Happy senior weekend. JJ's auntie is watching in Turlock, California. Glad you're with us tonight for JJ's big night of hot shooting. Ahmad Bynum with that double-digit score tonight means that he has gone over double digits now 23 times. He didn't play in 2 games for the Bruins, so he's been in double digits 23 times out of the 25 games he has played, so only twice, and I think both times he got to 9, but not quite over the hump to 10.
So I could be maybe reading this right. I just went on to the Bruins records here, and I think that 10-3 did beat the record for J.J. Montgomery. It looks like Waldford Lee made 9 threes in 2-11-14.
Deng Zhao from the corner, no good. Who was that again?
I believe it was Waldford Lee. That name sounds familiar from 2014.
I think that was the first year that I would have been doing them then, but yes. Anyway, Alex Proctor continues his hot hand for the Mystics. So J.J. Montgomery, celebrate tonight, young man. Bruins with 5 reserves on the floor right now, trying to finish this one, remaining 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Here's Sandor Rodriguez, spins against traffic, keeps the possession alive somehow. Elijah Sherwood has his pocket picked. Down the floor comes Gully. Johal will be called for the foul, but prevented that breakaway basket. So 2 more free throws upcoming for Ja Gully, the Texas native. Southpaw shooter puts up the first and gets the friendly shooter's roll on that one. Atticus Wilkinson and Houston Davis back in on the floor for Bismarck State. Bismarck State only with 1 senior on their squad, so they've got a good nucleus. It wasn't a successful season win and loss wise in 25-26, but they've got a solid core of players coming back next year.
And it's a lot of hearts kind of making that jump from JUCO to NAIA like they did this season. And so they'll only get better from here on out. And you're right, with a bit of a young squad, they can end up getting there.
3-point attempt by Johal is off the mark. Black with the rebound. Good tie-up by the Bruin defenders. Jake Lena comes away with the steal. Cross pass, Deng Zhao stepped through, a little bit short on the attempt. Quick pass down the floor. And it'll be a basket by Kamea Black Jr. off the assist from Houston Davis. That 3/4 length floor pass after he grabbed the defensive rebound. The lead down to 14, but the time down to 2:15. Bruins led by as many as 29 points in the first half. Lena will shoot for 3. Bounces high off the rim. The follow-up. Deng Zhao is there for the Bruins on the putback. The senior from here in Omaha. His first basket of the night.
Yeah, great putback right there from Deng Zhao. And offensive rebounds been dominated by the Bruins tonight. 17-5, leading to 20 second chance points.
Three-point attempt knocked down by Kamea Black Jr. once again. He's had a nice night as well. He's just He's at double digits now as well with that tray. Fieldhouse spins inside, kick out pass. Deng Jia will launch for three. Short off the front of the rim. Coming away is Alex Proctor. 13 points separate these two teams. Into the lane, the basket, and the foul. Ja Gully with the bucket and the free throw upcoming. The foul goes against Jagger Yohal.
And Coach Gabriel's pulling out the bench, putting the starters back in, because just like that, this could be a 10-point game here with 14 to go.
So the reserves getting a hand for their efforts, but Lucas Gabriel doesn't want this one to slip away, taking no chances. Thompson, Phillips, Smith, Bynum, and Montgomery back on the floor for the Bruins. The free throw is good. So Gully with 16 points. Bruins will run some time off the 30-second shot clock on this possession as we near the 1-minute mark. Here's Jaden Phillips, shot clock down to 12. Jaden will drive, and he'll have the easy layup down the lane. Timeout called by Bismarck State. They'll have one remaining after this one, trying to conserve as many seconds as they can. They're trailing by 12 with 50 seconds remaining. So their chances of pulling out the victory are slim, but there's still a chance. So the Bruins have to play solid defense here for the remaining 50 seconds.
I mean, I think if you're Coach Rice, so you got to be pretty happy with how you guys played in the second half here. 49 points scored in this second half, and they only scored 27 in the first. So something to kind of take bits and pieces of. The Bruins were not as good as offense here, scoring 38 points. Still, that's a pretty good half overall, but they had 50 in that first half. But still, the Bruins still kind of been finding a way to, they kind of took a little bit of a punch there when it was cut down to 13, and the Bruins were able to extend right on it with back-to-back buckets by Ahmad Bynum. And there's not much more you can say about J.J. Montgomery just being the standout player today. And if my research is correct on that he got the record for most three-point field goals made in a game for the Bellevue Bruins.
When we talked to Lucas Gabriel after the game, I know the thing he's going to talk about the most on the negative side is they allowed 59% shooting for the Mystics in this second half. And he'll sing the attributes of J.J. and Jaden for their point scoring on offense, but I know he won't be happy with the defensive effort in the second half.
No, kind of getting some flashes from the first matchup between Bismarck and Bellevue, where Bellevue allowed Bismarck to shoot 56.6% from the field.
Backcourt pressure by the Bruins just to take a few seconds off the clock. Davis, another tray, banged down Houston Davis, the Belcourt, North Dakota native. Makes it a 9-point game. Again, the Bruins concerned with running as much time off the clock here. And there's a whistle on the foul. Game clock down to 31 seconds. Foul's going to go against Leon Anderson, the freshman from Gothenburg, Sweden. Still not in the shooting situations. That's just a 6-team foul. So Bellevue will have the possession. Ahmad Bynum, don't get trapped in that corner, and a quick foul. That's going to go against Kamea Black. And now we'll have the 1-and-1 situation. Just the first foul against Black, the junior from Dallas, Texas.
Ahmad Bynum, 79.3% free throw shooter on the year.
Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. That would give the Bruins just a little bit more breathing room, back to a 10-point lead. Again, we invite you to stick around for our post-game wrap-up with head coach Lucas Gabriel and one of the Bellevue players. And again, both free throws made. So Bynum now 13 points on the night. Below his season average, but another contributor for the Bruins. Another timeout call by Bismarck State. That'll be their final one. 90-79 our score with 27 seconds left. 11-point lead for the Bruins, who led by as many as 29 points early on. Got off to that great start.
I think you got to just give a lot of credit to Bismarck State. Kind of you know, even though they're 1-25 on the season, this is a team that just seems to not kind of give up in any single moment. They just kept fighting back over and over again, kind of making the Bruins sweat a little bit towards the end here, and just got to give a bit of a credit to them. But I think you're right. Coach Gabriel's not going to be very happy with them shooting 60.7% here in the second half. That's something that we'll probably ask him about and kind of see what he kind of thought on that, and kind of looking towards Dickinson State after this one. But got to pull this one out because, like I said, Bismarck State, they're trying their best not to go away.
We mentioned Ahmad Bynum now with his 23rd double-digit game of the season. Jaden Phillips now with 20 on the season. J.J. Montgomery with 8. The Bruin double-digit scorers tonight. Mystics trying to put a couple more points on the board before the final buzzer. Gully looking for a teammate into the corner. Nice head fake, three-point attempt by Black off the mark. RJ will get the rebound. The Bruins will just dribble the ball around for the final 7 seconds. 4 seconds, 2 seconds. And there is the final buzzer. Our final score, the Bellevue University Bruins 90 and the Bismarck State Mystics 79. With the victory, the Bellevue Bruins go to 21-6 overall, 16-5 in the Frontier Conference. With the loss, Bismarck State drops to 1-26, 1-20 in Frontier Conference play. I think I just caught your cough.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope
would
not
get you
either.
sick, Mick.
No, heck not. Another victory for the Bruins on their quest to get back to the national tournament upcoming. One more regular season game. That'll be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock against Dickinson State University. Bismarck State will finish their season on the road in Madison, South Dakota tomorrow against the Dakota State Trojans. All right, sum up some stats for us, please, Jake.
So on the Bellevue Bruins side, we've been talking about him all game. J.J. Montgomery leading the way with 30 points, 10 of 13 from 3, and also adding on 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Jaden Phillips led the way secondly with 22 points on 8 of 18 shooting, 6 and 11 from 3, and adding on a rebound and an assist. Ahmad Bynum didn't really get it going there in the first half, but second half kind of picked up the scoring. Ended up finishing with 13 points with 4 rebounds and 8 assists. So Ahmad Bynum might have not been the best from the field tonight, but was able to kind of pass the ball around to get open shooters like JJ and Jaden Phillips. Jermaine Halliburton ended up finishing with 6 points, hoping everything with him will be okay. Liam Thompson had 6 points, adding on 3 rebounds and 2 assists. RJ Smith added 7 rebounds, so kind of helped a lot on the defensive end. Ended up getting 5 points, but still inefficient shooting, going 2 for 3. Some players that usually don't get a lot of action were able to get some playing time tonight. Sander Rodriguez, he seemed to have a bit of a crowd tonight, ended up getting 2 points. Elijah Sherwood got 2 points. Denk Jaw got 2, and Mathok added 2 as well. Kind of moving over to the Mystics side here. Houston Davis led the way with 19 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Alex Proctor ended up getting 17 points, adding on 3 rebounds. Ja Goli, who ended up having the big game against the Bruins in their first meeting, had a good one here with 16 points on 50% shooting and adding 5 rebounds and 4 assists. A pair of double-digit scores again. Black and Zeller both with 10. Ware finished with 4. Davis with 2. And Wilkinson added 1 from the free throw line.
Parts of today's game kind of reminded me of early in the season when the Bruins were such a good offensive machine in their first handful of games. 93, 92, 117, 104, 93 again. A couple more 90-point games. That allowed Lucas Gabriel to use his bench to go deep, let some guys play that don't normally see the floor a whole lot in game action. So a great way to begin this senior weekend as the Bruins trying to win their final one more game of the regular season tomorrow against Dickinson State, a team that they've known for many years as members of the old North Star Athletic Association, now current members with the Frontier Conference as well. So we'll have a 7 o'clock tip-off for that one. Women's game at 5 will be on the air a couple of minutes before those scheduled tip-off times.
Yeah, and Dickinson State, if you remember, they have been to the BU Fieldhouse. They played in that Chick-fil-A Classic we had earlier in the season. So Dickinson State's kind of familiar with this Bellevue arena, so it'll be a couple of fun matchups against, like you said, former conference foes now in the Frontier Conference.
The Bruins defeated Dickinson State in North Dakota back in January, early January, by a score of, where'd that go? 79-68. So a 10-plus point win for that. The Bellevue women against Dickinson State also eked out a win, 71-69 earlier this year in North Dakota. So the Bruins hoping the men and women can bring home victories to end the regular season and end basically the 26 portion of the 25-26 calendar season, as the tournaments will be held in Montana for both the women and men.
I know, and Coach Ice kind of mentioned that game tomorrow, kind of like those are both teams that aren't going to be in the Frontier Conference, so kind of they're a little bit of a championship game for them.
And looking down to the floor, we see head coach Lucas Gabriel alongside of JJ coming on here. They'll come up and visit with us in just a moment. We'll have them on the camera feed in just a second as they make their way up here. Thank you, Jake.
Yep.
All right, Coach, welcome.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Doing well. Congratulations on the win tonight. What was going through your mind when you got off to that 17-19-0 start of tonight's game?
One of my old bosses used to hate those starts because he'd feel like it's just a matter of time till the other team wakes up and starts playing, and then when you get those leads and they start coming back, the tendency is to get a little tight.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to keep us loose and keep us playing and not have our group get tight. So for the most part, I thought we did a pretty good job of that.
Outstanding game tonight, obviously, by JJ. New school record with 10 three-pointers made, 30 points for him. Both of those new career records for himself as well. Talk about what JJ has meant to this program the last couple of years.
And we were talking about it the other day. In a lot of ways, he's the MVP of our team. I don't know if anybody else would say that, but he guards the best player in the other team every game. He's the hardest worker on the team. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever coached, period. I mean, he's so professional the way he goes about his business. He gets extra lifts in, he gets his extra shots up daily. Doesn't miss class ever, doesn't miss study hall. He's just a disciplined machine. And so I don't really know how we replace him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's just a stud.
One of the, I believe it's 8 seniors tomorrow that'll be honored?
7.
7 seniors. I don't count very well.
Yeah.
I run out of fingers. So, you've got a nice crew of people that have really contributed, some of them for 1 year, some of them for 2, some of them for 3 and beyond, whatever is part of the program. You're going to miss JJ, but you're going to miss Jaden, you're going to miss RJ, you're going to miss a whole crew of people beyond that as well. Talk about what this crew has meant, especially in this bounce-back year this year.
Yeah, it's a group that most of these guys have been were a part of our championship team 2 years ago, so they know what it is to be champions. They also know what it is to suffer through some tough times too. So, the one thing you'll say about this group is they just stuck with it the whole time. No, none of them wanted to transfer in this transfer era. Nobody came to my office and said they wanted to transfer. They didn't like it. They just, when things weren't going well, they kept working. When things were going well, they kept working. They've just been a steady Eddie class. And so that's what we want from our guys. So it's great.
So just had a quick question. I noticed at the end of the first half, Jermaine Halliburton kind of got hurt there. Are you able to kind of give the status on kind of how he is doing right now?
Well, he hurt his shoulder. We decided to rest him just to make sure that he's good to go for tomorrow. So I'm expecting him to be able to go tomorrow. We kind of sat him just more precautionary than anything, but we'll see. We got to see what the trainer says, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, Dickinson State comes in. That's a team that you know very well. They know you very well because they were members of the old conference, now part of the new conference. What does Dickinson State bring to tomorrow's matchup?
They're a really, really good defensive team. Points are always hard to come by against them. They play as hard as anyone. I think a big key, number 2 and 23 for them, we're going to have to do a good job on them. If they get loose offensively, it's going to be hard to beat them. When we beat them up there, we really shut down number 2. We did a okay job on 23. We got to do a better job on both of them this time.
One of the things I said during the course of the game, only thing you'll be unhappy with today is allowing Bismarck State to shoot almost 58% in the second half? I know you're a defense-oriented guy. Defense wins games. Defense wins championship. What do you want to do defensively tomorrow against Dickinson State to not allow that to happen?
I think we just got to be a little more disruptive. You got to make every catch hard. Every shot contested. I thought the second half we got a little lazy, and all of a sudden the catches were a little easier, the shots were a little cleaner. But Bismarck is difficult to guard defensively. Oftentimes on the court, they have 5 guys on the court that can shoot the 3. And, I thought in some ways when we got the big lead, it let them just kind of play with a clear mind. And when you're up down 25, it almost doesn't matter. You just start throwing up anything, and you just play with clear conscience, and you make shots. And so I thought they benefited from that a little bit. But also we got to make every pass hard, make every shot contested. I thought we got away from that a little bit.
Keep playing hard throughout the course of the season. One more regular season game and then tournament after that up in Montana. What are you... I'll wait for that. We'll talk about the tournament tomorrow after we finish the regular season. But
let's do that.
Yeah, that. Great preparation for tonight. Good luck tomorrow in the game against Dickinson State.
Thank you so much.
All right, head coach Lucas Gabriel joining us on a post-game
Yes,
wrap-up. As we get ready to turn the microphone over. J.J. Montgomery, I met your dad in the lobby during halftime today. And he's, hey, you're the guy that does it. So he's got to be very proud of you, young man, for your effort tonight. Have you ever had a 30-point game before in high school or
high school?
College?
High school. That was the last time I scored 30. So it felt good scoring 30 today. So.
Yeah, I would imagine so. 10 bombs, a new school record for three-pointers made. You were number 4, I think, in the conference, and number 3 in the conference in three-point percentage coming into today's action. That'll probably go up today as well.
Yep.
Anything going through your mind when you're in a shooting groove like that, or you just kind of let it flow?
Just let it flow, Just let the game come to you. The shot's there, take it. Just play good basketball, and that's what we did tonight. Play good basketball. So.
You also pride yourself, I know, in playing good defense. You were named Conference Defensive Player of the Week a couple weeks or so ago. You have a preference, offense or defense, or you like playing them both because they're equally important?
I'll probably say defense. I feel like defense is really important. That's how you win games. So I just take a lot of pride in defense, and yeah.
So with you being a senior, tomorrow's going to be your senior day, last time playing here at Bellevue. What's just kind of been some of your favorite moments being a Bellevue Bruin and playing in Bellevue?
I would just say the practices and just stuff off the court, It's a real brotherhood here. I'm going to miss that when I leave. And, yeah, I just really appreciate it.
And those are the things that the fans don't necessarily see. The early mornings and the sweaty workouts that you go through, the conditioning that you go through to see that. Congratulations for the culmination of that tonight, and good luck again with that tomorrow. I know your folks are here, your family's here, but anybody listening in, look at that handsome young man over there at the end of the screen. So anybody else you want to say hi to?
Just everyone that's watching back at home. I appreciate y'all for watching. I miss all y'all. So.
Keep those shots coming. Keep that defense coming as well. One more regular season game and then tournament time after that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
J.J. Montgomery joining us on the post-game wrap-up. We'll steal that back from you. Congratulations.
Thanks, J.J.
All right, a great effort by that young man tonight. 30 points, 10 made, 3-pointers, a new school record for that. I'll stick my ugly face in here as I say, Jake, your final thoughts.
Final thoughts, just a great win for the Bellevue Bruins, able to kind of avenge a game here. And oh, now I'm on the camera. I can be on the camera too. But just able to avenge a loss here that they had earlier in the season. And even though it was a little dicey there kind of towards the end, Bruins still able to get back on it. And now senior day, honoring 7 seniors. All of these players throughout the Bellevue program have been fantastic for them. Looking forward to kind of see what they do in the Frontier Conference and in the NAIA tournament. So fun game tonight, and looking forward to calling with you tomorrow against Dickinson State.
All right, we welcome you back tomorrow. 5 o'clock for the women's game, 7 o'clock for the men's game. The final regular season game of the season here, as the rest of the season will take place in tournament time in Montana and hopefully beyond that. Signing off for tonight for Jake Janicek, I'm Mick Krupski. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for playing along with us tonight on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Good night. See you tomorrow.